We all started off on an information day where they really lay out to you about adoption and what adoption means, but about some of the things that the children may have experienced either in the womb or outside of the womb. And I think some of it's a little bit, where do you want to put your risks? Because some people would like to take a baby, but in taking a baby, you have some unknowns. You don't know how that child will grow developmentally. You don't know if they are experiencing fetal alcohol or drug withdrawal or brain damage. But with an older child, you understand more about what you are taking on because of what's happened to them within their development. So I think we felt that we weren't particularly high risk takers.
No.
And that we wanted a child that we knew a bit more about, and we knew a bit more about what we were taking on. Because there are a lot of unknowns in adoption, and you have to be very open-minded about that. But what I think persuaded us was the fact that actually having an older child, we could see what had happened before, what his journey had been, how he was growing, how his development, how his mental health was. And I think for us, that was what really sort of persuaded us that an older child was better. But it was an organic journey. So I think CCS, and I can't remember the last adoption day, but actually it was very, really good, very well spread out. You did your assessments on the in-between. We really grew as a little group, had a lot of fun.
Yeah. And then they also encourage you to volunteer to work with children. So I ended up helping with the Beaver Scouts. So I'm now 6 years down the line a Beaver Scout leader. And we did some work with a voluntary playgroup, didn't we? A playground area. Yeah, so it's...
And at the time when you're doing it...
You think, why am I doing this?
Yeah, and you sort of think that you're being asked to do sort of things, and you weren't all that happy about being asked to work with children or going off to do beavers, but 6 years on, he is Mr. Beaver.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting that you kind of grow and you realise that you're not being asked to do these things because they want to make your life difficult. It's actually because you need to understand what is normal in a 6-year-old, what is normal about a 2-year-old, what is normal about a 10-year-old, and what isn't, because adoption may bring different things. So it's what is normal behaviours against non-normal behaviours, and understanding that difference and how you would handle a different situation. And actually, when you look back on it now, at that time, I think that was a really good reflective time, and it was again was all part of that journey, wasn't it? We just really grew as a couple.
It sort of prepares you for adoption, doesn't it?
Yeah.